Hello everyone, and welcome to English Hackers. My name is Braden Chase, and I am really excited to be with you guys tonight. Today was an interesting day. Today's Sunday. We went to church with my family, and it was very fun. Had a lot of kind of fun experiences, but one of them kind of stuck out a lot today. And that experience was I was teaching the lesson, right, to the youth group that was there. And we read several scriptures, right, as we do at church. And one of there were several words and phrases inside of these scriptures that we read that the kids were like, I don't, what word is that? What are you talking about? I don't understand, right? And it was fun, right? Because, hey, let's learn new words. I'm the language guy, right? But on the other side, it reminded me of this really important principle, right? So these are all native speakers. They're younger, probably 12 to 14 years old, or 11 to 14 years old, give or take. But they're all pretty well educated. They all go to school. They're all from good families and all of that stuff. So they're intelligent children, but they had these words that they didn't know. And while we're there and we're talking, we're teaching these new words and talking about different things, I remembered these stories and these experiences that I've had with my students in the past, and how these students would get so stressed about the vocabulary that they need to learn, the things they need to learn, when they need to learn them, and the book says this, so I have to memorize these 60 words by tomorrow. And it was so stressful for them. And I would always ask, well, do you actually need to know those words? And be like, well, yeah. And then I would answer, why? I'd say, because they're important. Oh, well, why are they important? Because my teacher said so. And I said, that's not a good reason. It really isn't a good reason. What words are important to you are the words that are important to you in your real life. So if you need to, I know a lot of you that are on here are programmers, right? You work with coding, you work building websites, you work with businesses, you get clients, you have a job, right? And you work at something. Most of us are dealing with computers in some way. So that language, the language that's around computers, is very important. And that's the kind of stuff you need to learn first and learn quickly. But words like, this was in church, right? So we used a lot of really old words like thee and thine and thou and thy and all these words that, even native speakers don't use anymore, like ever, except for in the scriptures, because the scriptures are 500 years old. But it's those words, even for native speakers, are like, what? I've never heard this word before. I've never seen this. And that's fine, because throughout your whole life, you will be learning more words. But you have to put a priority in some way. Okay, what words do I need to know now? These ones. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, I've got those ones. And that's it, right? Don't wander around. Don't try and memorize every single word in all of English. You don't need to know everything in order to learn English. You need to know specifically the things that you need to know. There are so many stories and experiences that I have of friends, of students, of just acquaintances, people that I've met, where they have come into English and they start learning this and they start learning that, they start learning this piece and that piece and moving around, and they get just lost. And they have so much and their brain goes crazy because it's too much to understand, and they quit because there's too many things. The people who are successful and the people who can learn English focus, and they focus on one thing. They go, okay, I am going to be a programmer. Do the programming language. Focus, 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 focus. Get awesome at my programming in my one language that I do. Okay. Or I am a businessman. Okay, get my business language. Business, 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 business. They focus on that. Or for that matter, I'm teaching at a school that has a lot of missionaries, right? So I will be a missionary. So you got to focus on the religious language. Religious, religious, religious. You focus on that language because that's what you need. And those people who are able to focus onto one point and to one language learn much faster than anybody else. They're able to go from zero, I don't know anything, to conversational fluency within 6 weeks, 3 months, right? Do they know everything in English? Of course not. But can they talk? Can they hold a conversation within their world, within the topics that they're talking about? Yes. Yes, they can. Are they fluent? Yes, they are. Within their area that they're talking about. Are they fluent about other stuff? No. No, they don't know everything, right? And the same thing happens with me. I'm a native speaker. I'm 34-ish years old. And I have been speaking for a long time. I know a lot of words. But every single day, I hit situations where I go, oh, what does that mean? Oh, what word is that? Like, I know academic language, I know writing language, I know linguistic language, I know business language, I know marketing language, I know finance language, I know all these different things. But you know what I don't know? I don't know mechanics very well. I don't know engineering very well. I can kind of sort of understand, but to really hold that conversation, that's not me. I don't know it. And that's okay. And that's the point, right? You don't have to learn everything. You need to learn a very small core, like the word the, right? Which you all know. If you can understand me right now, you know enough to be able to function and do a lot of the things that you need to do, okay? And if you can do that, if you can get that core, then you only focus on the things that you need, the very specific pieces that you need for your life. And once you get that, then you start expanding into your other areas as you need to. Okay, so that's the key. What do you not need to know in order to learn English? You don't need to know everything. You only need to know the things that are important to you. And I've seen this so many times in my own life when I was learning Portuguese, when I've studied Japanese and I've studied Spanish. I don't run around and learn every single language, every single word, every single grammar concept, every single preposition. Just know one thing, one at a time. Learn that, learn it well, and then take your next step. Okay, one piece at a time. You will learn faster and you will learn better that way. And the reason why so many people take years and years and years to learn English is because they're going around in these weird circles. And they're trying to master English writing and English pronunciation and English reading and English listening or whatever. Trying to master 15 different things in 15 different directions. They're trying to be business experts and doctors and construction people and, cooks and everything all at the same time. And you just can't. One thing at a time, and you will learn faster, better, easier. Okay? That's my tip for today, and I learned it all. The thought came to me while I was at church today, which was pretty fun. And I hope that was helpful for you guys. Think about that. Think about the tools and the resources that you have that will let you focus on one thing. What is the area that you need to focus on? Are you a taxi driver? Be that thing, right? Focus on one thing. Anyway, thank you guys very much. I'm glad to talk to you guys. I'm glad these things are being helpful for you. Have a great night. And I will talk to you tomorrow.